Cent. Shady.
Chelsea won, Arsenal won. Yeah, we shared the points with Chelsea at Stamford Bridge, despite them being down to 10 men for the majority of the game. And I don't want to hear any more comparisons between Caicedo and Declan Rice. Caicedo clearly let the comparisons and the noise from the media affect him and put in a terrible challenge on Merino inside the first half to get his first red card since signing for Chelsea. I mean, it was obvious from the start that Chelsea's game plan was to be aggressive and to try and be physical with our players. You could also see that we looked leggy and lethargic, having played our third game in 7 days with minimal rotation. So it was clear to see why Chelsea looked the better team inside the first 15 or 20 minutes before the red card. Then after the sending off, we naturally gained a bit more control, but still never really looked like our normal selves, whereas Chelsea, to be fair to them, still looked sharp. A word on the referee, Anthony Taylor, who made it all about himself yesterday, having booked 3 players in the first 12 minutes and 7 in total, yet still had no control over the game. It's a London derby. You expect tackles to fly in and the intensity of the game to be high. But instead of managing that energy, the ref's decisions just disrupted the entire flow of the match. At the same time of all this, he still managed to somehow let players like Caicedo, Enzo and Cucurella get away with repeated challenges which basically set the tone for the game and ultimately led to the red card. I mean, anyone who doesn't think that is a red card is just deluded. It's a clear ankle breaker from Caicedo. And the most embarrassing thing about it was that after he made the challenge, he rolled around and pretended to be injured himself. The absolute rat. And Chelsea fans gas him up to be the best midfielder in the Prem, when in reality, he's just an over-the-top version of Coquelin. Overall though, the officiating didn't help either team, and it basically made the match way more chaotic than it needed to be. And what is this narrative that I'm seeing Chelsea fans trying to build, that they are in some sort of title race, and this performance, because they were down to 10 men, is outstanding? Have some perspective. Coming into this game, you were 6 points away from us at the top of the league. If you'd won yesterday, you would have been within 3 points of us. But instead, you bottled it. The so-called best midfielder in the league got sent off inside 30 minutes, which basically meant the best result you could have hoped for was a point. Even when the game was 11 v 11, yes, you're on the front foot, and yes, you probably look better than us, but you never really created any clear-cut chances. I mean, I don't ever remember Raya being tested in that first half. And let's not forget, Arsenal came into this game without their 2 first-choice centre-backs, which any other team would have struggled with, and yet we still came out unscathed. Seriously, Chelsea have become Arsenal. They're celebrating draws and they're still clinging on to things like the Conference League and the Club World Cup. But let me tell you now, you are not winning anything this season. And by anything, I mean the 2 big trophies all big clubs should be judged on. The Premier League and the Champions League. 2 of which Chelsea aren't going to win this year. I mean, the standards have dropped so low over there since they had the change of ownership that the fans can't see the reality that's facing them. Anyways, the result means we're still unbeaten in the last 17 games. Even after one of our worst performances of the season, we still managed to get a point at the Bridge. To put it in perspective, we're still 5 points clear at the top of the league, having already played away at Anfield, Old Trafford, St James's Park and now Stamford Bridge. When you look at it like that, it is by far the toughest set of away fixtures any other title contender has faced this side of the year. 2 wins and 1 draw after facing Spurs, Bayern and Chelsea. I think most Arsenal fans would have taken that at the start of last week. But we've got Brentford next and then Villa away. So, boys, we move.